Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here aboard the brand new Symphony of the Seas, which just arrived in Miami and is doing cruises of the Caribbean. I'm here with Vicki Freed, who is title Best Friend of the Travel Agent, also Senior Vice President at Royal Caribbean. And we're going to talk a lot about this ship and what's going on with Royal Caribbean and travel advisors today. And this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Vicki, it's been great to be on this ship finally. It's been out there for a few months over in Europe. It's here now. Let's talk a little bit about the impact of this ship. What are the differences this ship has compared to the other Oasis class ships?
Well, this is our fourth Oasis class ship, and with each ship we look at where we want to tweak and make changes so that our guests who are very loyal to Royal, when they come back again, they have new experiences. So in terms of dining, we have a couple new venues. We have Hooked, which is our New England seafood restaurant.
I'm dining there tonight, I believe.
Oh, you're going to love it. Get the lobster, the messy fish sandwich. It's delicious.
Okay, you're going to have to clean me up after the messy fish.
No, they give you a bib and everything.
They give you a bib,
yeah,
thank God. Okay.
You're good. And then we also have Playmakers, which is our new sports bar, and this sports bar has over 30 different large screen televisions with really great bar food, with chicken wings, fabulous nachos, all the good stuff that you don't want to eat but you eat because it's so delicious.
I think I'm doing that for lunch. We'll see what happens. But now, also you have a lot of new entertainment on board, right? You have Hairspray, and what else do you have? There's a lot of things going on here.
We have a brand new show called Flight, and this is probably going to become our #1 show. The ratings in Europe were amazing, and it's all about flight, and it's all about the beginning of air travel and then the spaceships, and it is the most moving, emotional, goosebumps kind of a show. We also have Hairspray, as you mentioned, and we once had Hairspray on the Oasis of the Seas. This is a newer, updated version of Hairspray, and people are loving it.
So this is almost a full Broadway production. It is, really.
It is a full Broadway production. Of course, we have more Tony Award Broadway shows than any other cruise line, and we really pride ourselves on being the leader in entertainment. We're the only cruise brand that has entertainment across 4 stages. We have, of course, the main theater. We have the aerial parts of our shows, and we also have the ice shows as well as the aqua theater shows, our high diving shows.
Yeah, and I still have a few more to go here. I saw Flight the other night, and when the Wright brothers plane comes over your head, it is a pretty amazing show. You're absolutely right. So entertainment is a big thing. Now, where is this ship going that the other ones, do they all have basically the same itineraries, or do you have some variations?
Well, first of all, it's where is it starting, because the home is brand new. It's now a Miami, Florida-based ship.
With a new terminal, right?
With a brand new terminal, Terminal A, and Terminal A is state-of-the-art. It is the quickest embarkation. People always said that about our ships out of Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale, that from curb to ship, it was less than 15 minutes. Now it's about 5 minutes from the curb or the parking structure, which is actually attached to the terminal, until you get through security. It's all facial recognition. So all you have to do is, if you get the app and you do online check-in in advance, you take your own photo from your passport, and then you don't stand in a check-in counter. You simply go through security, because there are people as you enter the terminal who have iPads, and they just scan your passport, and if you've done everything ahead of time, you're good to go. 5 minutes, you're on the ship and you're enjoying your vacation. But the key for travel professionals is to make sure you tell your clients to do the online check-in, because it's sort of the TSA pre-checked or the fast pass. If you don't tell your clients, they're going to then have to stand in a small line, and then they're going to say, why wasn't I told about this?
So the agents should give them a heads up. Absolutely. Now, but where is Symphony going to be going after that? From Miami, you're going where?
We're doing 7-day cruises, a butterfly itinerary, an Eastern 1 week, a Western the other, and so that a lot of people really do stay on for 14 days. It's amazing how many back-to-back cruisers we get, and it's really because we have so many activities and so much to choose from. You can't do it all in 1 week. You really can't.
Yeah, and also you have coming up in May a Perfect Day, which is your new private island. I assume that Symphony will be going there.
Yeah, Symphony will be going there. We have 10 ships that will be going to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and it is opening, as you mentioned, in May. The pier will be opening in January, and it is going to be the most amazing island. It's going to be a chill and thrill kind of an experience, and it's really going to be the perfect day. We have a hot air balloon. We have a beautiful zip line that you actually land in the water. We have a freshwater pool, the largest in the Caribbean. We have a wave pool, the largest in the Caribbean. We have a slide that's 135 feet long.
Yeah, I saw the virtual reality of that. I said, am I going to like this or what? It is amazing how tall that slide is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a perfect day. Yeah. And then, of course, for people that don't want the thrill, there'll be plenty to chill. There'll be great cuisine on the island, as well as overwater cabanas, and it's just going to be a great experience.
Now, how would you tell travel advisors to sell this ship and the Oasis class in general right now?
Well, I think, sometimes for new to cruise and sometimes people who have not cruised on the larger ships, their biggest fear is, oh my gosh, how could I cruise on a ship that's 6,000 guests, 2,200 crew members? It's going to be too crowded. And we have really worked very hard since we introduced Oasis class back in 2009 to make sure that there are no lines and that everything is broken up into neighborhoods. And so when you have people that initially think, oh, it's going to be too many people, really talk about the different neighborhoods. Every neighborhood has food venues, every neighborhood has staterooms, every neighborhood has dining options, entertainment options, and so you never feel that you're on a ship with 6,000 people. Perhaps the only time you might see a line is at Starbucks.
Yeah, I was there. There was a little bit of a line. Well, this is with a lot of travel advisors on this cruise, but I have not seen a lot of lines. And I honestly, when I was on Oasis from the beginning, which is there were not a lot of lines once that ship got going, and it was very easy to navigate.
It really is. And, so people do different things. So we have so many different pools. One of the things you may have noticed on our ships, I don't know if you've really gone out on the pool decks, but every pool has a lifeguard. And we really take the safety of all of our guests seriously. And we invested a few years ago in making sure we had lifeguards at every pool. So we employ over 500 lifeguards fleet-wide. Every 20 minutes, they rotate to a different pool, and that's for the attention span. And we really feel that having lifeguards there to kind of keep an eye on all of the people in the pool is really important. And part of the logic behind that was because we have Voom, the fastest Wi-Fi at sea, people are on their devices, and unfortunately we get distracted. You're on your phone, you're on your iPad, you're doing your emails, you're watching Netflix, or you're doing whatever you want to do on your device because of the speed of which we offer the technology, that you're not paying attention sometimes to the children. So we're going to be taking care of watching out for the children that are in the pools.
Now, the last question I want to ask you is you're actually ramping up your support of travel advisors and helping them sell. Talk a little bit about what you're doing.
We are adding over 16 positions for our travel agents so that we can have in the field, and then we have support staff internally, and then we have 2 dedicated people internally that will travel that are going to be concentrating on the host agency and the conferences and the home-based agencies. But these 16 additional salespeople, we're carving out smaller territories. We already had the largest sales force in the industry, but we want to serve travel professionals, travel advisors in an even deeper, more meaningful level. So we believe face-to-face is the best way for us to service you. If you want us to service you that way, some people want to learn through RCI University or through webinars, but if you want the assistance of somebody on a local level in your neighborhood, in your territory, in your area, we want to be able to call on you. And even if you work full-time and you can only meet early in the morning for coffee, or you can meet in the afternoon or in the evening, we want to be there to help you grow your business. We're growing as a company, our industry is growing, and we're betting on the trade to help us succeed in our growth.
Yeah, well, here is the number 4 Oasis ship, and you got other ships coming out, and you are growing, and the trade's got to step up and help you sell all the cabins here. I tell you, it's amazing. But well over 6,000 people on this one, and as you said, it's not crowded. It's very intimate, and I think that's a thing that people have to know, that you can have a great experience on board here. Vicki, it's been great to be on Symphony with you here, to see this again. I unfortunately, I didn't get on Allure or Harmony, so I skipped a couple. So
you have to come back.
I have to come back, and I see the, compared to Oasis, and as I think we talked about earlier, Oasis and Allure are going to be going in and getting a lot of the improvements that you put on Symphony, right?
I know. I sometimes wonder how a ship that's just 9 years old, that's started out as the wow of the industry and still gets such amazing reviews, needs to go in for a completely re-amplified version of herself. But we are doing it because if you remember on the Harmony, we introduced the Abyss. It's a 13-story dry slide, so you don't have to get in a bathing suit. It's what I call the fastest elevator at sea. It's literally 13 seconds, you go down 10 decks.
I actually have to try that on this ship too. Symphony has it as well.
That's right. So we're putting that back on the Oasis and the Allure as well. And then we're, of course, updating, certain features like the dining concepts and just things that are the new wows. And that's the nice thing about Royal Caribbean. We're always evolving our product to make sure that we're relevant to today's consumer and to tomorrow's consumer.
Well, Vicki, again, thanks very much. I think I got to go try that slide. Have you tried it?
I have. I actually like it because I don't like wet slides.
Well, me either right now, and I could probably do it in my clothes right now. But great to be here on Symphony, and good luck with this wonderful cruise ship in the future.
Thank you so much.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.